welcome everyone to the Side Drive Podcast. Welcome to our review of the Pennzoil 400. And the Pennzoil car was in victory lane with Joe Logano. So far it's looking just like 2019.
Yep, I mean it's like Denny wins Daytona and Joey wins Vegas, so kind of looks that way.
So it's looking good for Kyle Busch at Auto Club. But a lot of rain in the area for Saturday. And also on Saturday, the Gibbs cars failed inspection. They found something with body modifications that NASCAR didn't like. So all four of them, or four Gibbs cars, if you would include Christopher Bell, they all had to start from the rear of the field. And Martin Truex Jr. did not. I don't know why Truex wasn't. I believe he was also fined, but didn't have to start at the rear of the field.
Yeah, I ain't sure what all penalties that the other ones had. On if Truex got his fixed or wasn't as bad as the other ones.
So since qualifying was rained out, they had to go by last year's points. And for my fantasy on the NASCAR app, I put Denny Hamlin to start first because I thought it was going by this season's, and went by last year. So I don't know if that would have credited Kyle Busch or Truex though.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Harvick would take the lead early on, and then would have an early caution. Daniel Suarez didn't even get a chance to race.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate for him. He didn't make Daytona. Then he comes here and has some more bad luck. So it was very tough for that team. Very rough start for the season.
And then it'd be Harvick versus Logano on the next restart. Harvick would lead, but then eventually Chase Elliott would catch up to him, and Chase would go on to win stage one. So far in stage one, Chase Elliott is undefeated.
Yeah, I mean, Harvick had a really strong car, really short run car. He is dominant, but Chase, after a few laps when we go in, he would really take off and really can maintain his tires and a lot better than anybody else.
Chase Elliott be the first off pit road, and then again Harvick would take the lead on the restart, and then later on Chase Elliott would take it back. And as soon as green flag pit stops happened, Denny Hamlin would get blocked by Jimmy Johnson, and Denny Hamlin was having a rough day. We talked about the Gibbs cars and how they had to start from the back. Well, none of them really rebounded from that.
Yeah, they weren't making a whole lot of ground up. I know Jimmy is coming out of his pit. Denny's coming in. It could have been a lot worse. It could have, it's good for our spotters or crew chiefs or somebody said something. So, Jimmy, he got to go through the pit stall just to keep him hitting in.
And then late in the stage would be a caution for Christopher Bell. He would spin. I believe he just got loose, spun it around. Very loose racetrack, and they would just end the stage under yellow. Chase Elliott would win again.
Yeah, it was kind of welcome to the Cup Series.
Yeah, and it was pretty much that way for all the rookies. Cole Custer was just nowhere to be found. I don't even think I saw him all day.
I think at one point he went a lap down, but he got the free pass and got back on the lead lap towards the end.
Yeah, rough start, but that's going to happen. It happens to almost every rookie.
Yeah, really, the rest of the Stewart Haas. I thought Amarola would be really good today, but he was kind of more back in traffic, and Clint Boyer, he is back here towards the back. So really, Kevin Harvick was about the only one leading for the Stewart Haas team.
I think most of it is due to the not being able to qualify, and all those that was set up to be up front never had a chance to be up front. They was in that dirty air, and they just didn't really work that well in traffic. And that's why Truex did very well compared to the other Gibbs cars, because Truex was already up there, whereas the other Gibbs cars were in the back, and they just couldn't ever find the front.
Yeah, Truex, he had the long run speed. The longer it went, the better he got. So him and Chase can kind of keep up with each other. The Penske cars with Joey and Blaney, they look pretty strong. Brad, he looked kind of strong early on, but the tire fall off was really bad on that car because once it went away, he started to slide back to the field.
Then we'll have a caution for John Hunter Nemechek. Again, very rough day for the rookies.
Yep, another loose race car.
And then we'll see Ryan Blaney get some speed. He was, up front after that. It'd be Logano versus Blaney. Next caution would be Martin Truex Jr. He lost the pit or track position because at the beginning of the stage he would have to pit again. Didn't get all the lugs on the tires.
Didn't get him tight. They said he had to come back in. Very unfortunate for him, but just like all the time when you get the back, gotta come through the field. Things will happen.
Yeah, so made some contact with the wall, and tire rub was just too bad, and he would be that caution.
Yeah, because they cut the tire, and it's really good that they got the inner liners. Didn't go totally flat, and he could make it to the pit road.
And then it would be Blaney, he would lead, and then Harvick would take it. Again, just a very good short run car out of Harvick. And then with 67 to go, Blaney would pass Harvick. Chase Elliott would pass Blaney with 62 to go. And then after green flag pit stops, Stenhouse, very aggressive on this strategy, stuck to it, and eventually worked because the next caution would be Chase Elliott into the wall. Something broke on his car, I believe, with the valve stem. And
yeah, they knocked one of the valve stems off when they changed the tire, and very unfortunate. I mean, I think he had the car to beat between him and Truex. And Blaney, he could hang right there with them. He was within half a second as fast as they were. I ain't sure what to do with Blaney's car because it was set up on the long run. So it's really good to see from that team.
Ryan Preece, he would go to the garage. He was going to start second. Something just broke on the car. And then it'd be Stenhouse versus John Hunter Nemechek for... it was about 30-some to go at that point. Then Logano would take the lead.
Yeah, I believe right here is when I really got mad at Stenhouse because Blaney tried to, he had a faster car than Stenhouse. Tried to go on the high side and Stenhouse trying to block, and eventually it almost gave Blaney a tire rub, and I was kind of worried about that too. So it really didn't hurt the car much, but he still had to speed it.
Kurt Busch and Ross Chastain, they would have to hit pit road. They made some contact. I believe Chastain got in the wall a little bit. And then it was going to be Logano versus Harvick versus Blaney. Harvick's car eventually wore off, and that allowed Logano to get a bit of a lead. And Ryan Blaney, he would go there and challenge Logano.
Yeah, he would definitely chase him down, wouldn't he?
Past Logano, it looked to be like it was going to be his race. Had Alex Bowman, who come out of nowhere. Because Chase Elliott's car was good, and the other Hendrick cars were, they were okay. They were in the top 10, but they wasn't on the same level as Chase. And Alex Bowman's car looked like it was pretty close to Chase Elliott's level.
Yeah, I believe he was catching Blaney a little bit, but I believe Blaney could have held him off. I believe Blaney had a stronger car. I mean, some laps is that he'd be really fast and he'd struggle a minute, but I hate that it didn't go all the way green.
Yeah, the caution would be for Ross Chastain. He was subbing for Ryan Newman, and so unfortunate to see.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing pretty decent in that car, and he has some penalties and other things happening, so it's really tough to see.
And then Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, multiple other leaders, including Harvick, that all go down pit road, and a lot of people stayed out, including Joey Logano, William Byron, and then that's when everything went crazy. Everyone was going 4 wide, 5 wide.
Yeah, it was a very, very tough call at that point. If Blaney stays out, everybody comes in. So, I mean, you always hate to be the crew chief. At that point, Paul Wolf told Joey, if if the leader pit, you pit, and then he kind of didn't get the memo and said, well, I was supposed to pit him. So it's a good thing he stayed out. So.
Yeah, and probably got very lucky with the cautions that came out. William Byron did not have a great restart. Almost hit everyone down the line. Made a lot of contacts trying to get his first win. Didn't work out as he expected to. Ryan Blaney also had some damage because of that. And,
Blaney, he's going to look to maybe finish like top 5 or 6 and end up finishing 11th. So, because of the damage.
Yeah, it was unfortunate events there, but it did help Joe Logano. I was hoping to see some of the fresher tires catch Logano and see if he could have held him off. I believe Jimmy Johnson and Harvick would have got there.
Yeah.
I don't know if they could have passed him, but I think they would have got there. But congratulations to Joe Logano and Team Penske. First victory with him and Paul Wolfe.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good combination. I mean, that just kind of took off where they was last year. So, great finish for Matt DiBenedetto, finishing second for Wood Brothers. They almost get that win for the 100th win. Got his first top 10 at a mile and a half, so it's a big plus for that team. And he probably will have a good year this year.
Yeah, I don't know if this race is a good testament for the rest of the season. Everyone's trying to shake the rust off. Of course, the Daytona 500, they spent 2 to 3 weeks in Daytona, and then now they go here, and much different racing. It has similarities now, but I don't know if the cars that had speed today are going to continue to be that way throughout the season, and the ones that struggled, like the Gibbs cars. Very odd to see them struggle, by the way. And I don't know if that's going to continue throughout the West Coast swing. But I think maybe it has to do with the having the start in the back and all of those things that happen.
Yeah, I think the announcers really want to see another restart because it's not over yet. And I'm thinking, yeah, it is because they took the white flag, and there's a little confusion there. But I knew Joey done took the white flag and then they threw the caution out. So I knew it was over then. So.
Would be cool if they would have a rule where even if it's the white flag, even if they're right there.
I'm a foot away from the finish line. Oh, caution's out. We're going to do a green white checker. What?
I don't know if I would like that or not.
Well, if they changed the outcome, some fans would be mad about it. So.
Yeah. But in some cases it could save races, but in some cases it could.
Well, if they go back to Daytona, when caution was out, when Blaney was leading, but they didn't call it. But I could have got the win that weekend.
Yeah. So I almost went 3 for 3 for my fast picks. Denny Hamlin let me down drastically.
And like Emily says, he don't deliver on Sunday.
Yeah, the whole team didn't deliver there. Struggled a lot, and coming off the big Daytona 500 win, and you gotta do better than what he did in Vegas. But a lot of cautions, and didn't really get a whole lot of long runs in there. So I think this is going to be one of those.
And Bubba, he got a top 5 too.
Yeah, so. Top. I believe he finished 6th.
Yeah, 6th.
A lot of cool stories in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be interested to see if Bubba can do a lot better this year.
Yeah.
Because the new Chevrolet is coming on a little strong at this race.
I think Bubba could win a race,
That'd be crazy. That'd be really great to see.
And I think if he does, it will be the Brickyard. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say that now.
Early prediction.
Calling a shot. So we're going to have to remember that long into the season. I believe July 4th weekend. So it would be pretty crazy, but I think that's the one race, other than super speedways, that he can win. Finished 4th there last season, so that's what I'm thinking. But it was cool to see him get another top 10. And our Xfinity review will be up shortly after this one, so stay tuned. Click the bell notifications so you won't miss it, and subscribe for more. We'll see you on our Xfinity review.